We're live!
All
Hello,
right.
everybody! Welcome to Cyber Samurai Saturday. Every Saturday we play Legend of the Five Rings. Today we are playing Winter's Embrace, and we're deep into this. We're gonna do a recap. Let's do a recap here. This is gonna be great. I'm nailing down how to do recaps so we can make them pithy but poignant. So how this is going to work from here on out, hopefully from here on out, we'll see, is everybody's going to give 30 seconds of recap. After you're done with your recap, say the name of the next person who goes, and then they get our recap. By the way, let me introduce everybody. My name's Corey. I'm the Game Master. We have Josh, Tarek, Matt, and Crystal. Everybody say hi. All right.
Hello.
If I like your recap, I'm going to give you a void point for the game.
Nice.
That's it.
I like it.
I will always start. I will give a broad overview, and we only have 30 seconds. Got it?
I'll try.
So I'll even pull out a timer, and I'll try and time us for the 30 seconds. If you're a little over or a little under, I don't care. That's not. But if you're a lot, like, we're gonna have a problem. So I'm gonna start, and then I'll name a name after I'm done. Okay, we are playing Winter Court, or I'm sorry, Winter's Embrace. It is a winter court. It's where the Emperor winters, because you can't travel during the winter. So we're at the palaces of Kyuden Doji, where all of the players have been invited to the Emperor's Winter Court. It's very prestigious. They have been hired, I guess, by Kakita Ryoko to find out why the Mantis are here, because they have a very weird invitation. And that's for a favor. And Josh.
Okay, so after everything that's happened up to this point, I'm going to cover the front end of it, or the back end of it. A poetry competition happened. Thanks to Tarek, who actually won said competition alongside a Mantis. We ended up going to a party, an after party, and pretty much the whole gang was essentially invited.
Next person. Name a person.
Tarek.
Okay, trying to impress an Ikoma lady and trying to piss off a Kakita named Ryuko, or Ryoku, led me to make an awesome poem that everybody really enjoyed. So now we're going to a after party with the Emperor, and I've discovered that the woman that I'm trying to woo may be very dangerous. I might need an adult, but we'll see. Matt.
All right, and I'm just kind of stumbling and bumbling my way through Winter Court, trying to try to put things into the dragon's favor financially, and I feel like I may be a little deeper in over my head than I expected. Hida Nozomi.
Okay, I am trying to make a deal so that the crab can have the use of some Asahina spellcasters to try to placate a river god. I am in the process of that, and hopefully have an art deal worked out. In the meantime, I am just trying to have fun at this after party. And possibly find out more about the Mantis situation.
Perfect. Okay. I'm going to give a void to Crystal and Tarek. You guys got the most information in the least amount of time. Matt didn't even use up all of his time. He stopped at 15 seconds, and he could have said a lot more about... He's got plans with rice and peasants and silk, and you didn't say none of that. Maybe you'll figure it out as we play the game.
He has a bidding war he can trigger.
Yeah. But too bad. I hope you like this format of recap. But now we can go straight into the game. We don't spend like 10 minutes talking about it. If you want to watch this live, we do it live every single Saturday. But if you don't know what time and you want to catch us, hit that bell. The bell will give you a notification. Gark Mar is in the comments watching. Thank you for being here, and hello back. By the way, we also have a Patreon, patreon.com/thedeadunicorn, where you can help out the channel, and you can go there for really cool, like free adventures and supplements, all sorts of stuff, absolutely free. But if you want, you can give a donation as well. That's very, very helpful. And I'm in the middle of writing a new one. Based on a Kabuki play. We'll see how that goes. Maybe you'll never see it. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and get these out. Let's begin. Let's start the game. We are at a party after the poetry competition. And y'all have all been schmoozing. Y'all have been, doing some playmaking. Shiba Noe is talking with... Where is it?
Mia Satoshi.
Yes. Mia Satoshi. And he knows that Mia Satoshi's lying about stuff. And he needs to figure out how to get him to start talking the truth. And it's been a week. I'm wondering if you have an idea of a plan yet.
A week of moving stuff. Man.
I'm just saying.
I know you're saying. I'm only human. So,
But you can go super.
he can, I can't. But I figured I'd try. I'd see. Bleh. I figured, even though despite the fact that I'm not very good, I would try to change the situation. Try to not push the matter too hard. And try. Let's see. Where am I at? Whoa. I guess I would try to make a performance, kind of like, entertain him a bit if I can.
Okay. We've been doing that. You guys have been like drinking and talking, and
Yes.
that kind of stuff has been happening. But I need
Okay.
like a specific point of like leverage, or like I need something that will maybe trick him into saying something that he's not supposed to.
Okay.
You need to figure kind of that out. Like, you
Right.
can start a conversation with him right now, because you guys have been drinking, and he's been, saying, oh, yes, this guy over here, he's been having fun. That guy, he'll generally chit-chat with you and that kind of stuff.
Of course.
But you've kind of got to swing this conversation. You get that?
You gotta
Right.
wrestle
No, I
control of the
understand where you're
conversation
coming from.
away from a Mia.
Yeah,
So
you're-
good luck.
You're asking a Shugenja in order to pull a courtier.
Well, yes.
No, he's asking a magistrate to pull a magistrate.
Oh, that's true. You are a magistrate.
Mm-hmm.
With no points in magistrate or any of the skills.
Magistry.
Magistry.
This is why diplomancy is always the most powerful skill.
I have nothing in government.
Well, government could help you. If you want to make a government roll, perhaps I can give you a hint.
I did
Yeah, see, I
make
got
some
nothing in
good
government,
use of
though, so
my
that'd be-
magistry.
You gotta move your mic so it's in front of your mouth, not because you're talking
Right.
like
No, no,
this,
I
and you need to
understand.
talk like this.
I understand that. But I'm also reading my. Sorry, everything's far away because again I've been moving stuff about here. My background may change, people, so don't be surprised if you see that. I mean, I would try to probably do a culture roll. See if I can theorize as to the reason he would probably want to hide it, and see if I can draw that out of him somehow, but without.
Well, I can give you. You're gonna have to role play how to get it out. But I can give you information that can help you formulate a plan. But the plan's got to be yours.
Of course, and see. Oh,
So you can make a
I'm trying to
culture roll.
get my.
You can make a culture roll. You can make a government roll, and I can kind of give you sort of ideas
Right.
to build on.
Right. I'm trying to get my headspace back into the nervous situation that I brought myself into, especially since the last time I was talking with him, he straight off gave me a warning about clans trying to prove their strength to gain favor, as opposed to where my character stands, which is like, oh, we're trying to come together, and he's like, this is about strength of the individual. And it's just like, right. I understand where you're coming from. Let's see. Do I have anything that can help with any government?
It's kind of both.
Well, an Imperial's job isn't 100% to have unity. Like, sometimes you want the clans to fight a little because they're easier to control as an Imperial.
Precisely.
So that is usually the role of the Otomo.
Who's also joining me, so it's kind of.
Yeah, there's an Otomo there.
Yeah,
You're right in the
Otomo-
middle of all the Imperials.
All right.
I'll give you a hint. Don't bring up Nozomi. It will not help.
Right.
Oh,
don't
your
think I'll
companions
mention
with
that
that
whatsoever.
one.
Oh, those people. Yeah.
Crabs are delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know that Inoue does not stand really much for government or politics of any sort, so he tries not to delve into that. He tries more to deal with the personal. So if he's going to try and coax the information that he does not want to share, yeah,
Maybe try making a culture roll. Wasn't that the one that you said? Culture?
You can make
that's
a
what I was thinking. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to see, but I don't have that much information when it comes to the
culture roll.
Imperials.
Culture is going to give you information. You roll culture, and I will give you information. And from that information, you can then formulate a plan to get the information. To get
Okay.
his
more.
information. To get the truth.
Right. Okay. Do I actually have strength in that? It was a recall ability. I swear I saw that somewhere. It was. No. Yeah, no. I don't even see that there. That's weird. Anyway, yeah, I'll do a culture roll. I'm going to. I'm going to try recall. I'm going to try to do Earth.
Okay,
Culture Earth.
that sounds good.
Okay. And skadoosh. Okay.
2 successes.
Uh-oh.
Are you going to keep the 2 successes and the opportunity and strife?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Go ahead and take the strife.
Right.
Earth.
Keep up to 2.
Okay.
Yes.
You can. I'm going to use the opportunity to give you a little extra something, or you can use it to remove 2 strife. What do you want to do?
Right now, my strife is.
Oh wait, no.
stacked.
Allow somebody else in the scene to remove 2 strife. Yeah, it's not
Oh.
for you.
Yeah. Okay. So then.
So I'm just going to give you a little.
Mind. I'll
extra
take the
something.
extra because.
Yeah. Okay. So you start thinking about things, and you recall, yes, that Imperials sometimes like to foment a little bit of rivalry. You remember your master talking about that. So to be wary of that. But that said, minor clans don't usually get invitations to these things, except like they get their own little, like, all the minor clans can sit over there, and as you notice, there's no other minor clans
The
in
kids'
this
table.
Yeah, at the kids table. There's no
Yeah.
other minor clans at this party besides those mantis over there.
Yes.
They got their own little clubhouse, their own embassy, right? Their
Yeah.
own. So all of this is super strange right off the bat.
Okay.
Secondly, their invitation came late. You have that info. You know that their invitation came late. Someone already said that.
Yes.
So, you know, when he said, he's the person in charge of sending invitations,
Right.
and that they received the RSVP from the Mantis and accepted it,
Yes.
right?
Mhm.
He was hiding something in there.
Right. Okay.
Oh, right, yeah. Something along the lines of, I'm the one responsible for taking the RSVPs, for
And
the
confirming. them, yeah.
verifying.
Yes, Otomo
Yeah.
Koryusai verified. Pardon me, sorry. Yikes. Verified the invitation.
Hmm.
Mia Satoshi says he's in charge of sending them.
Right.
Right. There's something missing there.
Between the sending and the approval process.
What's missing?
Scrutinize. There's a moment here.
Right.
He says he's in charge of sending.
Uh-huh.
Koryusai approved the RSVP. There's something missing.
Right.
What's missing?
The who's in charge of the delivery? Because one's in charge of sending them out. There has to be a courier that sends it in between, and then there's it's as if it was held up. That's my deduction. And because
Imperials,
minor clan,
I will say this one more time. Imperials do not send out invitations to minor clans in that way.
okay. So Imperials don't send to minor clans. It's like as if they don't want to get to know that they were invited through the Imperials. They don't like their hands in that mess if they like to cause rivalries,
Right.
which is, from an Imperial standpoint, if they don't want their hands dirtied at all, they would make sense that they would have almost like a secondary party to take care of the dirty work, which would slow things up. I mean, in terms of like, say, like the Queen of England, she doesn't want to deal with like just stating like a weird situation. So it's just like
Would you like to ask Mia Satoshi about that?
about
A third party perhaps being involved in the invitation process?
Who did you delegate tasks out to?
yeah, I think I would state it as if I'm curious as to if because I would have already been told about Imperials. Is it a common practice to have a second-hand parties to handle the delivery of invitations?
Oh, we're talking about invitations again.
I'm sorry. I just find it fascinating. Since this is
You have a weird, you have a strange fascination with bureaucracy.
I'm quite the eccentric person in my Phoenix clan.
I make sure that every invitation is delivered by courier of an imperial family. They're the Mia, which are the messengers and heralds of the imperial families, or by the Atomo.
I see.
We leave the Sepin out of this. They have their own worries.
I see.
The Sepun. Is there any other things you would like to know about this invitation process, really?
I do find it quite fascinating with what I've been learning so far with the with Winter Court so far about just the way Winter Court goes about with all these letters, invitations, and things. I'm sure there have been times where things like some invitations have actually been held up or have been sent late, or even seen by others before reaching their destination.
Sometimes they're seen by others. We try to be prompt. But yes, weather conditions, unforeseen circumstances can hold up an invitation.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do you happen to have issues that happen often like that, where there are unforeseen circumstances during Winter Court?
They're not uncommon. Well, they are uncommon. Yes. But they're not unheard of.
I see.
We take pride in our work as official emissaries of the Emperor.
I'm sure it's very fulfilling work to represent yourself along with the Emperor. I have no doubt. Have you ever run into any of those kind of situations there, Otomo-san?
Oh, the Atomo's like, he looks over at Mia Satoshi, he looks back at you, he's like, let me make a roll here for him. See if he
I'm
says
literally
that.
juggling two people where it's just like, you know something, but you're looking like... So I'm trying to analyze two people at the same time while trying to talk up and hopefully draw out any information, because it's like, something's not right.
Scholar Air. Oh, he's really
And in all honesty, I wouldn't know how to navigate a conversation like that too. So I'm just like,
I'm
the heck would
literally
I
stressing
ask?
out right now.
He goes,
He's like,
yes, actually, as I recall, The Mantis invitation was delivered late.
Oh, I see. I do hope that it wasn't due to any unforeseen circumstances, as was discussed, or as we're discussing now.
You know, I have forgotten the reason why.
As his eyes like start
I
like
just-
further apart.
I don't know what happened to that invitation and why it was late.
Oh, really? I'm sure it was just an oversight. You know, after all, you take very much
Satoshi says,
pride.
"Yeah, Otomo Koryusai makes mistakes often."
He doesn't keep his head in the game.
And he's like,
Throwing his assistant under the wagon there, huh?
He doesn't keep his head in the game. He's always pining about some woman.
maybe one day he'll prove himself a little more. But for right now, he's my assistant.
I'm sure.
Otomo Koryusai is just quiet as can be, just
Yeah,
silent.
he's shutting everything down from what I'm saying.
Silent as a dormouse.
So Tomo, actually, how is it that how was the deliveries, like, you know, not just with the Mantis, but on a daily basis? Like, how much stress do you endure? Is it tough for you to?
He's so bad at your
He
job.
looks directly
chump.
at Mia Satoshi and says, "I love my work here, and we are as efficient as we can be."
I think you need to stop grilling the poor guy, Josh.
Is it
He's
hard
like
being you,
slamming
scrub
off.
lord.
Drama.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna get this guy eventually. As I could see, like some sort of not so subtle ninja, like with a big bludgeon behind Shiba Inoue, going, okay, when can I hit him, boss? When can I hit him?
I'm just
Make a
expecting a
sentiment
dart
roll.
to fly right past my ear and just like
Josh,
silence him.
make
right
a
then and
sentiment
there.
roll.
I'm kind of
Oh, what's
surprised
that?
you
It's gonna
didn't
be
volunteer to do that
sentiment.
earlier.
Sentiment, where is sentiment? Oh, there it is. It's gonna be sentiment fire or sentiment
Chris-
air. I'm gonna make
Analyze or theorize.
I'm gonna make it TNB2.
For me,
Yes,
Yes,
you.
For you.
You're the only one in the scene.
Don't worry,
Sentiment
Josh. We love you, bud. We love you.
So I didn't know what was going on. All I heard was all you guys talking, and then I was trying to figure out what he was saying. That's why I was like,
Make a
wait,
sentiment
okay.
air. Make a sentiment air fire check. TN2.
TN2, sentiment, air, and or fire.
Yes, whatever you want.
I'm gonna give a shot with air. Slope.
Ooh, nice.
Boom.
Whoa. Nice.
I just need to keep 3, so I'll keep the explosive, the success with opportunity, and the regular success.
And explode.
And then I explode. So explode.
With your genius brain.
Explode.
Take away that skill mod. Nope.
You have the option not to keep it if you don't want
Okay.
the strife.
I don't need the strife. I just
Okay.
Okay.
Record the strife that you did take. How many opportunity are you keeping?
Well, the one is the opportunity with the success, and then
And then just all
3
the other
successes.
successes?
I mean I only need what? 2, right?
2, right.
Yeah, it's TN2.
Right.
So,
So
you're
he's got 3 successes.
what are you keeping? Tell me what you kept here.
I kept the exploder.
Mhm.
I kept the success with the opportunity.
Yes.
And
And the plain success.
the plain success.
Okay.
Yeah, 'cause I was taking it just in case.
All right. You got it. Okay. So,
I heard Josh say that.
would you like to learn the demeanor of one of these characters here in the scene?
That could prove useful.
Which one?
Yes, but the hard question is who?
Which one?
The demeanor. I can already tell Otomo's demeanor right now is like nervous as shit. So
As a quick joke, I expected you to immediately say the Emperor, and then it cutscene to the Emperor's face, and it's that guy from Idiocracy looking down the barrel of the shotgun, looking up. The Secretary of Education.
I think I'll pick Mia
Certainly
Satoshi. I'm
bewildered.
curious as to his.
Give me
Guns kill people?
give me a name.
Huh? Mia Satoshi.
He is shrewd.
Shrewd.
He is a shrewd man. That is his demeanor. True. Which makes this, what I'm about to say next, even more interesting. He could have shut down this little conversation accusing his office and him and Otomo Koryusai at any time.
Right.
Yeah, but he's letting the
But
conversation.
it looks
ongo.
like he's enjoying making Otomo Koryusai squirm. And the only reason he's keeping this going is to torture that poor guy.
Oh.
Curiosity at best.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, that's so mean.
I wonder if he's doing this because of his screw up.
Or he's trying to divert attention away from himself.
Mm-hmm.
It might be both. It might be a twofer.
It would be a perfect
Curiosity.
opportunity to execute on a twofer.
Are you saying on Mia Satoshi or are you talking about Otomo?
No, for Miyoshitoshi, deflect blame from himself and torture somebody who seems to be borderline incompetent and not really paying attention to his job.
Right. See, but if he could shut down the conversation at any time.
That said, this is very important information that you could use to leverage one or the other to give out what the truth is.
Yeah. Shoot.
Now you're learning about politics in Rokugan.
Oh God. What I swore not to do.
It's a crash course, man.
Welcome
He's
to
the-
the world,
I mean-
baby! Woo!
See,
You
see,
can
now-
train don't
always,
stop.
See,
He
now I feel
forced
like
us into Winter's
Togashi-
embrace. We have to embrace the cold frigidness of these people.
Yeah,
If-
right now I'm feeling like
what's that, Crystal?
Togashi Tatsuo, where it's just like, oh no, I have to learn how to do commerce.
What were you gonna say, Crystal?
Politics.
You could always just like scooch Otomo Koryusai a little further under that carriage.
Yeah. Kick him while he's down. You know you want to. Now make the play that'll get Hatsuhine hot for Chiba. Strike
Why,
while
you
the
trying-
iron is
okay.
hot.
Well,
Strike fast, strike hard, no mercy, Cobra Kai.
God. Okay. That bit of information, honestly. Oh, okay. So he loves rivalry. He's an imperial.
By the way, I'll give you this too. The Otomo are supposed to be the ones that foment rivalry. Mia are supposed to bring together people in the Empire. That's their job. They're the heralds. They're the messengers. They're supposed to bring people together. Yet this person
He's ripping them apart.
doesn't seem to care about that all that much. A little odd for his family.
Right. See, but given my current status and my situation, he's enjoying the torturing of a crane clan in front of a phoenix.
No, not a crane,
No,
another
he's an
Imperial. The
Imperial.
Otomo
Oh,
are
he's-
a part of the Imperial family.
Right. Okay.
They
Yeah. My
are
bad.
arguably closer to the Emperor than the Mia themselves, and he is in a subordinate position underneath the Mia, and the Mia is going against their family nature to sow further division, while the Otomo seems to just be taking it on the chin.
Right, and that's actually, now that you mention that, that's really strange.
And concerning.
Again, welcome to politics in Rokugan.
God, this is why I hate it. Trying to navigate a mental like this. Okay, so naturally they like rivalry, but Mias are supposed to bring people. See, that's countering, isn't it? Imperials are supposed to like to entice rivalry, but at the same time, the Mia is supposed to bring them together. And the Otomo is being subservient because he's working under the Mia. So he's eating this up. So I would think, I'm trying to think about how would I approach without having Mia-san just straight up shut down this conversation, but he's enjoying the torturing of Otomo.
Maybe courtesy could help you out to play one against the other without offending the sensibilities.
Probably. I mean,
I can give you some more information with a courtesy roll.
courtesy.
Yeah, because I could imagine that if Josh just
Reason
keeps
first.
on letting Mia Satoshi, like, badger on against Atomo, Atomo has probably got to set something up to
Matt,
take down Shiba no way.
And it's in your best interest because you don't like the Otomo. The Otomo doesn't really like you. You started off on the wrong foot, and this is the opportunity for you to finally gain the upper hand without directly challenging an Imperial family member.
So-
Instead, have them fight with each other.
Here we go. You can either do Courtesy Earth to find reason in all of this, or Courtesy Void to come upon some enlightening answers.
Ooh. Okay.
How's your void?
Reasoning or okay. I think I'm gonna do a courtesy void, and I'm gonna add a void.
I was
Sure.
gonna say, and remember, you have void points.
Right. As soon as you said void, it's like, oh right. So I'm gonna add a void ring to the void. Make it super voidy. Slurp.
Nice.
What are you
Nice.
Yeah, you get to keep an extra die too.
Right. I'm gonna keep that regular success. I need how many to succeed?
I'll say it's. I'll say it's two. Two to succeed.
Two?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'll. Right. I'm gonna take the success. Ooh. I'm gonna take. Because let me see, because I'm right now in. Oh wait, I don't take strife if I'm in void.
Nope.
Only if you're in stance.
Right.
Well, this is
I'm in
counting
void
as
stance.
a.
I'm gonna count this.
intrigue
Yeah, I'm
conflict.
gonna count this as an intrigue here, even though we're not
Okay.
going specifically by the intrigue rules. This is
Okay.
definitely. I'm gonna say, okay, you can. No strife from this roll.
Okay.
Let's just
so-
have fun with the scene, man. Use void where it's applicable.
Right. So I'm gonna choose the success, the exploder, and the
Opportunity.
opportunity.
Okay. Would you like to use the opportunity to name a ring other than void and reduce the TN of your next check using that ring by 1? The scene.
Sure. Let me see. Right. Ooh. I will. Shit. Trying to think about. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. a water ring.
Okay.
You want to charm them next
You
time?
get these.
And
I'm going to give you 2 avenues of potential information getting.
okay,
They both revolve around Otomo Koryusai.
right.
Because as you know, Koryusai seems to have the same information as Miya Satoshi.
Right, and he's double checking. Was like, is this okay, boss? Is this okay, boss?
Right. He might have the exact same. Miya Satoshi might know a little more, or a little less. You don't know. But
Right.
you haven't gotten the truth out of either one of them.
Yeah, they're pretty steadfast in their information holding.
But there are 2 points of leverage that you know of on Otomo Koryusai.
Right.
Point 1, his boss hates him, and it looks like he doesn't like his work.
Right.
You could perhaps facilitate a way to either get his boss to lay off of him, or make his work a little easier to do. 2, Doji Hatsuhina. He loves this woman. You know that for a fact.
Right.
You can maybe help him out in that matter.
Ooh.
And you can get the information you need. Either way, those 2 seem like very, very good avenues to go to.
Isn't he married?
Yes. To a
Is
scorpion.
polygamy allowed?
That doesn't mean that a boy can't get his... Get
Dip his wick?
yeah, dip his wit.
See, but that was my goal.
Sure, we'll do that. That's a good euphemism. So, those are the 2 avenues. Both of them, you probably have to excuse yourself from Miya Satoshi and talk to him a little away from him, at least, during this
Of
party.
course. Of course.
Also, you gotta remember, after the contest, she dropped you like a hot brick.
Exactly.
I'm sure she did. She's like, oh, he's not good enough. Not taking this thing. But then again,
All you had to do was not be last place.
I tried.
You got so
I was really
unlucky.
bad at writing.
You know, you charmed her with a cool magic spell, but if you can't hang in court, you can't hang with her, okay?
Yeah, I get that. Out of my league. Understandable.
Plus, also, I'm assuming that the cry for help during the competition was also a little bit of a.
It's like, oh God, he's. Okay, yeah, sure.
He's asking for help.
I
Okay,
didn't want to.
She showed you her answers on the test.
figure out what you're gonna do.
Right.
We're back in the scene. They're talking with you.
All right. Okay. So.
So he's having fun kind of torturing the Otomo Koryusai.
Hmm.
You know, with all the mistakes he's been making, maybe I should check on his penmanship as well.
Well, and then I'd probably try to ingratiate Tomos on a bit, just as a gesture. As a gesture, just like, oh, I'm sure his.
We're role playing right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm like,
Don't
I'm
say
sure-
what you're doing.
Fair enough.
Role play it.
So it's like, oh, I'm sure his penmanship is fine. After all, he did a decent job even with the poetry competition. So I'm sure that is of even having the courage to enter is no small feat in itself.
Ryosai says, "Why, thank you, Shiba-san." He kind of straightens up a little. Of course, yes. My penmanship is on point. It's good enough for the poetry competition. Miya Satoshi's like, well, I'm glad I have an assistant capable of some things.
I'm glad I have an assistant capable of writing.
I'm glad I'm capable of having an assistant that can do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
You're a very kind man, Shiba Inoue-san.
I like
How-
to see the best in everybody.
Even Otomo Koryusai.
I
And
wouldn't
he
have-
just has to sit there and eat everything. It's like, oh, I am hating this conversation.
It's
Yeah,
like-
welcome to feudalism that time.
I
Koryusai
that I wouldn't have invited him
says-
otherwise.
Koryusai says, Miya-sama,
Give me a sec.
I'm feeling a little, I think I've had a little too much sake. And may I excuse myself? And Mia says, of course. Waves him away. He kind of wanders off.
Yeah.
It's like,
So
Satoshi not, shakes his head, that guy.
wait. So Satoshi excused himself, or
No.
Otomo?
Yeah, Ryusai, Koryusai
Koryusai.
excused himself, saying
Okay.
that he had to use the facilities, where he
Okay.
was just most likely not wanting to be bashed to his face.
Like, I'm done.
Fair. That's fair. It's like as I'm continuing to talk with Miya Satoshi. I'm sure he did his best when and everything that he's doing for the sake of the Imperial Court.
I suppose. So, tell me, how is your daimyo Shiba Sakune?
I haven't seen much of Sukune very much.
Hard cut to Sukune drinking and like having fun in the
Right over there.
Phoenix barracks. Yeah.
Right over there near the Emperor.
I'm sure I'll during this wonderful party, I'll introduce myself to her.
I'm sure you've met her before. You're part of her family.
I don't have much chances to, since I'm always studying and trying to delegate things for the Phoenix. So business before pleasure kind of thing. I'm sure is it well with the Imperials as well. I don't speak upon your behalf. I just understand that the position that you are in, I'm sure, have a lot of dealings to deal with, such as this wonderful event.
Let me see. You're Shugenja, right?
Correct.
Who is your master?
My master is. I had this written down this time. Where are you at?
Isn't it the Master of Fire?
It is the Master of Fire. I have his name here though, so it's kind of like, why is this not here?
Sawa.
Suke.
Is it?
Asawa Suke.
It's Sawatsuke. My master, Sawatsuke, is who I tutor under.
Ah, yes. He's here. He's not at this party though. Many of the elemental masters don't. They're only fair courtiers.
Yes, he trained me a lot in being strictly a Shugenja, as one of his star pupils. And that's why he has sent me in the Phoenix's stead.
Well, say hello to him for me. Make sure he comes to the next party.
Of course.
I don't throw these things for just anybody. I'd like the Master of Fire to come to one of these. If you excuse me, I have some other guests to attend to. Have some more
course.
sake, of course.
Thank you. You're most gracious. I bow deeply.
Okay.
As he scurries off, wobbly legged.
Ooh. He's got the janky leg.
Okay.
Time to go comfort your new buddy.
We're gonna stop that there. We're gonna go over to everybody else.
Who grouped up?
Everybody else grouped up, actually.
Time for the introduction to the Crown Prince.
Yes.
I'm just the accessory.
Indubitably.
I am also an accessory.
I am a person of interest, and I don't know that I want to.
Only Iko
Yeah.
Makage is one of the winners.
I tried.
Okay. Kikita Ryoku approaches Akomakage and Lady Megami. Lady,
Gumi Gami. Or Gami Gumi.
no. Lady Megami.
Color goops.
So actually, no. Let's pull it back a little. Tarek Akomakage comes over with Hinanozomi to where Yoritomo, Aizen, and Megami are.
I will
And-
walk over and bow. It is good to see you again, Aizen.
Yeah,
Glad
good
to
work with the words. Very nice words.
It is one of my few skills of note, apparently.
Very, very pretty. I suppose it's poignant. I've been told.
There's no crane right next to us, right? It's just us and the mantis.
Yeah, no crane right next to him right now.
Okay, I lean in and go, well, every once in a while, it's nice to get a jab in while we're practicing our penmanship. I will smile and lean back.
So, you haven't met Lady Megami yet, have you?
Yeah, I have not had the pleasure of meeting such a skillful poet.
Oh, the pleasure is all mine. I'm amazed at your poetry. Perhaps we can compare notes later.
I would be happy to do so. I hope that my countenance does not disturb you.
Oh, of course not. What? Are you embarrassed how you look?
Yeah, of course not. I am an Ikoma. I wear my scars proudly as they tell the story of my heroic deeds throughout the Empire.
You should see some of the Mantis' scars.
I'm sure I will, and I have seen some in Hitoshi. One of the reasons I grew fond of him was his penchant for braggadocio and his skill with a blade.
He is very energetic.
Indeed.
He is an entertaining person.
Then Kikita Ryoko approaches you with Chioe, Doji Chioe, and Doji Shisui.
I bow politely to
You mean
Ryoku.
Kakita Shusui?
Oh, is it Kikita Shisui? Yeah, Kikita Shisui. Excuse me.
I give a polite bow to Ryoku. I give a very respectful bow to Chioe. And then I give a curt nod toward Shizue.
I tried.
Welcome.
I'm glad everyone's here now. I can go introduce you to the Crown Prince if you like.
What an opportunity, of course.
Sure.
Please.
This way. And who goes? Okay.
I follow
Probably
behind
mostly
kind of
hang out in the
politely.
back.
As the three poets go, she looks at you and kind of gives you a look like you're not invited.
Oh, me?
Yeah. This is for the poets.
All right.
I'd love it if Nozomi was just like, nah, I'm gonna go anyway.
You can go, like, you can totally ignore that look and just go if you want. It's up to you.
I wasn't planning on, like, going up there with them, but I'm certainly gonna go close to the table.
So, if you go with them in any way, you will lose some honor for a breach of etiquette, but you get to go see the Emperor's, the Crown Prince.
I mean, like, I'm not gonna go up there. I'm just gonna go, like, to the front row of where other people are.
Okay.
Secretly tailing.
Close enough to maybe over here, but not close enough to be imposing.
Make a courtesy roll to be there but not be there then.
Just drag.
I'll also follow along too because I'm also intrigued to see what the Crown
Yeah,
Prince
you're gonna
has
get
to
an
say to
eyeball
them.
too saying you're not invited, but you can go if you want to be there but not be there, kind of be on the outskirts of it, and you know, I'm not with them kind of thing. You're gonna have to make a courtesy.
Can I do air?
Air will work.
Water?
Nope.
No.
Reason, earth, air or earth.
Okay.
Okay, I'll take Earth.
We're gonna make it a TN2. We're not gonna make it too hard.
Okay. Cause we are dumb.
Okay.
Woo!
There's two.
Yeah, I'll keep both opportunities and the explosive success, and I'll re-roll my explosive.
Oh, there you go.
All right, that comes out to
I will
3.
re-roll that explosive. So 2 strife.
And what can
Oh,
I
well,
do
so
with an
I got,
opportunity?
3 successes and 2 opportunities.
Two successes.
Oh,
2 successes.
That other one was. He
oh
does.
yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 successes and 2 opportunities.
Well, with 2 opportunity in Earth, you can recall an important piece of information not directly related to the task.
Not directly related to the task. Huh. Okay. You know, I would like to learn, you know, what would be the proper etiquette of, like, you know, just kind of like listening in, but like not.
That's directly related to the task you're doing.
Darn it. Not directly related to the task. Shucks.
I'm just gonna use my opportunity to reduce my strife by 1.
Could that be done outside of water?
It's you can spend an opportunity to reduce strife that you gained on the roll, no matter what.
Yes. But it
But
costs,
only if you'd gain strife as part of the roll.
but it costs 2 pieces, 2 opportunity to recall an important piece of information not directly related to the task.
You can just say you do that, and Corey
And
can
I'll
give you a
make-
piece
I'll
of
give you
information.
some.
All right, you know what? Let's do that. I'm curious. I'm really curious.
Okay.
Breathe, Corey. I know I'm weird. I know I'm weird.
Aren't we all?
As you approach this area, you're watching Lady Megumi. Megami. Why do I keep getting that wrong? You'll watch
You
Lady
should have
Megami.
just made it Megumi to begin with.
Doomy bears?
You're watching Lady Megami, and she reminds you of her kimono is very tropical. It reminds you of the ocean, ships. Aizen's ship's coming Aizen's ship is coming in 2 days, and the invitation to the Mantis from the Imperials is on that ship. This is information I gave a long time ago, and I'm refreshing your guys' memory on it.
I actually remembered that.
I remember that reference.
I have it written down.
And in 2 days, it will be day 7.
Spiffy. Like, out of character, do we need to look that over? I assume that's also going to be the shipment of silk that's, you know, that I have on that order, right? Too?
Probably.
Okay, so... Alright. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Shouldn't talk about killing birds standing next to a crane.
Okay, you guys go to see Hantai Daisetsu. He is... I don't know, he looks effeminate to me. He got long, straight, black hair, kind of really rosy lips.
So he's really pretty.
Yeah.
This is
In
the
an anime way.
The elder son, right?
Let's see if I can't drag this
The
picture.
Crown Prince.
Nope, that didn't work. Let me... Come on. Save, copy image. Let's see if that works. Copy image.
Oh, is he catching a
Paste.
butterfly?
Nope, that didn't
I'm
work
sorry.
either.
I think this is actually the younger brother. Hentai Daisetsu is the younger brother.
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on, I don't see the image.
I'm trying.
Is this a bird?
He's
yeah,
the
he hasn't put
kind
it up
one.
yet.
I tried several methods of putting it up. They didn't work.
Huh.
Curiosity. Best.
Yeah. He's the kind brother.
So
This is the
Hantai
good guy.
Daisetsu is nice and pretty.
Yes. Hentai
I'll be back.
Sotori is the little shit of a brother. I'm not even kidding. He like is kind of psychotic. He likes causing people pain and suffering, and he's very brash and hot-headed and quick to anger, and he desperately wants to be king.
Where did it go? I just...
He's the elder brother and got passed over.
I just can't wait to be king.
I was thinking the same thing.
For a reason. Actually, no. He is the younger brother, but the Doji Satsume thought that Daisetsu was too weak-willed and too kind to make the decisions necessary to be emperor. So they were going to crown the younger brother, and he was expecting to become the emperor, and then it was wrested from him and assigned to Daisetsu, who is now the crown prince again. Which causes all kinds of horrible stuff to happen.
Why is this not working?
Or it did in the previous storyline.
Well, no, in this storyline, in the game we're playing, in the world we're playing, it just hasn't happened yet to us. Actually, no, it has. If he's the crown prince now, it's already happened.
There we go. Actually, Hentai Satori and Hentai Daisetsu both say Crown Prince on their card.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it probably hasn't happened yet.
So they just have to fight to the death after Dad
Not
kicks
until
it.
the emperor dies. Until the emperor dies, the emperor is the emperor.
Yeah,
no one's gonna be...
I said once their dad kicks it.
Oh! I missed that part. Yes.
So there he is.
Exactly.
There's Hentai Daisetsu.
He is handsome. He's so cute.
Tiptoe through the tulips, through the tulips.
Yep.
That's a Seppin behind him too. They're the other imperial family that nobody likes to talk about.
which act as the
He
bushi.
likes butterflies.
They're the guardians. They guard the imperial families.
They guard the inn.
They're the Imperial Guards.
Exactly.
You know,
It
I
reminds
have
me
to
of-
wonder, can you play an Imperial?
There
Yeah.
are rules for it. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
He looks like Inosuke from Ketsu no Yaiba.
He reminds me.
Yeah,
very
you're
anime
right.
looking.
He
You're
reminds
right.
me of Ichimaru from Bleach, kinda.
Nerds.
Yeah. Weebs. We're all dirty
I don't
weebs
remember
here.
who that is.
I accept my
Tatsuo.
fate.
Oh, Juvie's in the chat. Hi, Juvie. Isn't it the job of the crab in court? Well, unless they're Yusuke, yeah. Garrick said, I'm all for crab crashing anything. And isn't that the job of a crab in court? Unless you're the Yusuke?
Yeah, yeah.
And then he said, Tatsuo, do we need to look that over? Game Master, not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Like I need a little bit of context.
I think that was
for
back a while back.
Yeah.
So, you approach him, and Kikita Ryoko says, I'd like to introduce you to the top place finishers at the poetry competition. He says, oh yes, I remember, I was there. You are very talented. Oh, Ryoko-chan, you certainly know how to bring a smile to my face. And as he kind of says how great you guys are, both, of course, Lady Megumi and Chioe, they kind of put up their fans, and they are like really demure and all that kind of stuff.
I bow graciously to the Crown Prince, as honor dictates, as low as possible, as low as need be, and rise once he permits me to rise.
He gestures with a fan to you and says, please, this is a party. I know it feels good to prostrate yourself like that. I certainly enjoy it.
I serve.
But please,
I
What does
serve-
he get up to in private?
please, have a drink. Have 2 drinks. Where's my
appreciate-
drink?
I appreciate the invitation, Antai-sama. I simply wish to show my deference and loyalty to the crown as I serve at your behest.
You're a credit to all Lion, Kage-san. You certainly epitomize their strength and duty. And then he walks over to the ladies and ignores you for the rest of the time because you're a stick in the mud. 'Cause you're a stick. And
Good,
him
because I
and the
want to
ladies,
listen.
him and the ladies begin to speak with each other, and you can make a sentiment roll.
Sure.
It's going to be sentiment analyze. It has to be analyze. It could be theorize. No, it can be survey. It can be theorize or analyze, or it can be
I will
or it can be sense. It can be everything except for Earth. You can't use
I will-
Earth.
I will definitely go fire. I'm a fiery one.
Okay.
Yes.
I will also spend that extra void point that I got. Boop.
Each kind will give you a different information, by the way.
Okie doke.
So this is theorize. Tell me what you're keeping.
I'll keep 3 successes
nice.
and an opportunity.
All right, this is what you get.
And his strife can also count as.
You can inflame another person while you're doing this if you like.
I can what?
Oh, you mean like give them strife?
You can give people strife. Yeah, 2 strife if you want.
If I can do that subtly, I would like to.
Okay.
Or if I sense that there is a lie as part of the if I get a success, I also have truth burns through lies, which will allow me to spend that opportunity to immediately know how to disprove the lie that was just told.
There is no lie.
Okay, then I will give 2 strife to Megami subtly.
Whoa.
I will then give 4 more strife to Megami with my school technique and try to give Chioe an edge in her conversation with Daisetsu.
Wow.
Oh, you are
Ouch.
mean.
Ouch.
If I can
This
do
is
so
what
subtly,
you
that's
notice.
the core point.
This is what you notice. While they're talking, you can see Aizen and Yoritomo from afar watching this conversation with intent. As if, and this is what you theorize, this is what they wanted the entire time.
Now I feel bad for choosing Megami over, choosing to antagonize Megami over Chioe. But I promised Chioe, and that's the only way I can get out of my blackmail.
Exactly.
Use your fate.
So, in the conversation, there's flirting, there's banter back and forth, and at some point, Megami gets flustered, and Chioe seems to come out on top in the conversation. And then Daisetsu is taken away for some other pressing actually, Bayushi Kachiko arrives and drags him away.
I try my best not to stare and gawk.
At the most beautiful samurai in all the land.
So this is what you did. This is what you did to get her goat. Is when she said that she won the poetry competition, you say she tied, and
Yeah.
you just that little correction set the entire thing in motion.
Well, actually,
It wasn't immediate like that. She just said that's correct, but it allowed Chioe later on to say something, and she was just unprepared for it because she was still thinking about
Comment.
your comment.
she was still feeling the sting.
Also, didn't Megami tie with?
Yeah, that's what he's
yeah.
saying. Megami tied with me.
Yeah.
And so when Megami said I won the poetry competition, I corrected her and said, well, technically we tied. And that stuck with her long enough for when Chioe actually does make a comment, it sets her off and she needs to back away.
So yeah. Kikita Ryoku is there with both of you. She's smiling and beaming. And says, well, that was fun. Is there anything else I can help you with during this party? Lady Megami says, no, I should go, and kind of walks away.
Lady Megami, son,
She stops, yes?
I would love to take you up on the offer of sharing notes. If there is anything that I can do to help, please do not hesitate to reach out. I will make myself available.
Thank you, Akuma-san. I'll take it under advisement.
It is an honor. I appreciate your time and
Thank
your
you.
beautiful poetry.
Chioe-san, or Doji Chioe-san, Lady Megami-san. She leaves, and Chioe turns to you and says, I see you're moving on to helping other people with their poetry.
When you have a gift with words, you must share it. But I was happy to work in console with you, and I am glad to see that you did so well.
You know, I think she has other things in mind.
Megami,
Hi.
perhaps. But,
Other things besides you. but
oh, of course.
but I'd love to hear all about it later.
Well, perhaps you can show me around the Temple of Kishoten.
She kind of humps and is like, Kage-kun, please go help Lady Megami.
As I suspected. Enjoy your day and your time at the party. You deserve and have earned it.
She wants her boo back, man.
Kage,
I think there's a few things she wants back from Kage.
Kage-san, I really appreciate all of your help. And
Honestly, I do not believe that I have done much besides provide extra confidence. I believe it is your skill that has won out the day.
look, I want to warn you before anything else happens. Kakita Shisui is not happy with you right now.
Not imagine why.
She's very mad that you won. Or at least
Strange.
or at least beat me. I would have assumed you could beat me. I didn't. I just tried my best and listened to your advice. Shisue
I think you.
thinks. Shisue is under the impression that you owe me. That you shouldn't have done that.
Well, that is an interesting perspective for Shisui to hold. I believe that I have done everything in my power to act in accordance with what is honorable and right, and I will continue to do so. I do not wish to see any harm come to you or Shisue. However, if Shisue does have a problem with me, let her know that she is more than welcome to come and find me, and we can discuss it over tea.
I don't want you guys. I don't think that's a good idea.
I trust that things will remain civil. We are at Winter Court.
Okay, I'll tell her to come have tea with you. But don't say I didn't warn you.
I appreciate your warning and your thoughtfulness for thinking of my safety. But I am a grown man now, and I can handle my own.
I'm Kakita Ryoku. Could I talk to you for a moment? Excuse me. And she goes off with
course.
Kakita Ryoku.
I turn over to the Hida and I smile super wide.
I win. In
I kind of
every quarter.
saunter over, like smug and like super happy.
So
with
you guys
myself.
were at a respectful distance and were privy to everything that happened there.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
While kind of hanging out by yourself, you made the perfect courtesy roll to be there but not be there. So you're 100% fine.
All right, we didn't lose honor.
Yes.
Now,
So,
time
Kage
to root
approaches
for
you
all our,
guys.
like, football fans.
I walk up with a smile on my face. No fan, no nothing. Just
Well, you look smug.
Mug? I'm simply brimming with pride. The Emperor's son took notice of my poetry.
How could he not?
Well, there were two very, very convincing arguments not to pay attention to my own poetry, but alas, my words won out the day.
Well, there's a difference between your poetry and your face.
Well, I would not blame anyone for being taken aback by this mug.
Tarek.
Though it did seem that the Crown Prince, favorably preferred chatting with the ladies.
Oh, yes. Doji seemed to be quite, fetching toward the eye of the young hentai.
What were you gonna say, Corey?
I was about to ask Tarek if he would like to enlighten everybody else on what you probably already figured out and why it's important to the plot.
So I feel like, Sealy, I will 100% do that. I will wait to tell everybody Sealy until after this party because it figured it out tonight.
Okay.
Or unless there's like a place that we can go. Is there like an alcove
Yeah,
we
you
can
can
go
go.
off to?
You can go to an alcove or another
Find
side
a
room
private
or
table.
whatever.
So that is what I will do. And as I walk through, leading them over toward the room, I will keep an eye out for Ikoma Rumiko and give her a look like maybe you want to be in on this conversation too.
Okay, I forgot. Yeah, Akuma Rumiko is going to go get rumor codes for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Get what?
Okay.
Rumor code?
Does this include me?
Yeah, it's a pun.
Yeah.
Her name is Rumiko,
Uh-huh.
and she's gonna get rumors.
Rumor codes.
Rumorco.
Okay. I couldn't tell what you said.
Yeah. But just a play on words. Yeah, I'll look at the Shiba too if he's alone and not like engaged currently.
What are you doing, Shiba-san? What's going on?
I just finished up speaking with Mia.
Mia Satoshi, yeah.
I saw Satoshi. Oh, I'm sorry, not Satoshi. Otomo Kuriosai excuse himself. But then I just see the squad pretty much just moving across the way. So I lock eyes with
Kage?
Kage, and I'm just like, what's going on?
Yeah, you see him kind of sauntering over to my room.
Yeah.
Like, bring on the sake.
Victory is mine.
Instead of bring on the chocolate syrup. Bring on the chocolate syrup.
Out of my curiosity, I don't know if, is he giving me looks to come on over? If so, out of my curiosity, I'll head on over. But I'm also keeping an eye out for Otomo.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely give you a look like you might want to join us if you're interested, if you're free.
Just like blink at him really hard.
Well, it's gonna
More
be
a
a
look
wink.
of like a side glance with the little smile that I usually get whenever I have a scheme
This is
up my
probably
sleeve.
what happens. He looks at you, he gets your eye, and then he has his fan out and he kind of waves it like that.
Yeah, that's probably
Probably,
We have something
probably
to talk about.
it's probably the fan is closed and he's just like, like with the stick.
Okay. That's a good of sign as any, so I'll head on over.
Okay.
But again, I'm keeping my peripheral on where Otomo is.
So you could talk with him afterwards,
Yeah.
I assume.
So that's if he excused himself from the facility.
He needs to go comfort his new friend.
Probably after we
Friend.
fill him in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys find a nice private place to talk. Rumiko's there.
Hey everyone. How are things at the party?
Interesting.
enlightening.
Oh, so
So, what have all of you to share?
Well, I have learned a little bit about the Mantis poet Megami. It seems the main purpose for her being at this gathering at the court and the competition was simply for her to win the poetry competition. It seems her presence here at this party was likely the reason she's here at all.
Indeed.
Interesting.
Higashi-san, what have you learned of this engagement?
Well, like I just kind of kept my eyes out, just mostly courtiers doing courtier things. But I'm actually pretty happy to see Megami, like, you know, having won the competition. Like she was tutored by Akitsuki recently.
I thought she tied with Kage.
She
I
kind
don't know
of
that Kage can help but giggle when you say that.
It's like, she needed a leg up from Akitsuki, huh?
No. When he says she tied with me, I kind of giggle because that's exactly what I reminded her of a few minutes ago. Oh.
Yeah, it was indeed a learning experience. So the sting of defeat still, yeah, something I must learn.
Always learn, as Lord Akoto said, always learn from your mistakes and take your failures as a note of improvement for future engagement.
And that's the whole reason why I did it.
Yes. You can always continue to better yourself.
Indeed.
Though I don't think Tomo Kuriosai took that very to heart, given how he seemed to only challenge me for Hatsuhina's sake, to protect her from me.
Or perhaps to save face in front of her.
He ended up going down with the ship.
Well,
to be fair.
I do have some concerns about this Koryusai, this Otomo, and the Miya Satoshi. They may be more involved in the goings-on at court than I may have originally expected.
I take out my fan.
As I say that, I kind of give eyes to Rumiko, but very subtly and very quickly.
Rumiko nods, and she says, actually, I've been talking to people, and they say that Otomo Koryusai and Miya Satoshi have been avoiding each other. Even though Koryusai is Satoshi's assistant.
I take out my fan, open it up, and I go, well, I've actually been discussing with the two of them in person, which was awkward at best. I still have yet to talk with Otomo since he had a hard time with our conversation. Miya Satoshi seems to be enjoying watching Otomo fail and suffer by the reactions to it. It was my choice to bring him, but I never meant for something like this to happen.
It might have been the wisest decision you've made while we have been here, Iba-san.
I never know.
Quite valuable.
My initial reasoning for bringing him along is, to be frank, we're essentially both losers of the poetry competition, so I felt like that kindred spirits, but it seems like something deeper is happening.
Perhaps your intentions were guided by Lord Shiba himself, or this has been quite a enlightening turn of events. If what you say is true, and you can confirm that there is some animosity between these.
Oh, no
animosity
doubt.
must come from somewhere.
I mean, I'm no
Right, from-
courtier. I did my best in conversation between the two, but even like when I was talking about the factor that, and talks about the mantis, they there's some information that they are not sharing and are guarding. Both of them know. And
Well.
it's because I know Mia, and I share Mia Satoshi was in charge of sending out invitations, but at the same time, Otomo Kuriosai was in charge of confirming the RSVPs, and the Mantis received their invitations late, so something's afoot.
Well, that sounds more like a problem with the sending out of the invitations than the receiving of them to me.
Or they did not intend to send out a letter to the Mantis to begin with, and are too embarrassed by the fact that an invitation was received, and do not want to deal with the ramifications of what loss of face would occur had their plans been sent awry.
I'm fairly certain if you were there, Chroma, that things would probably go a lot smoother than what I had to deal with. I am no courtier.
Yeah.
I am not.
This information is very important, and if you have ingratiated yourself in some way to either Mia Satoshi or Otomo-san,
I tried to save
play
face
going forward.
for Otomo, since Mia Satoshi was laying into him pretty harshly about his duties.
Well, perhaps if you continue to ingratiate yourself with your new Otomo friend, he would be likely to tell you all about the things that his terrible boss has done.
Hops over sake in a more secluded area that is more favorable for open and frank discussion.
It is true that we were both fighting for the affection of Hatsuhina. However, I think in due to the light of the situation, that would behest us both.
I hear that Crane geisha houses are quite skilled at comforting and entertaining their patrons. Perhaps it would not be a bad opportunity to take a break and relax with your new friend.
That might be a good idea. I think I'll do that. I think I'll send out an invitation to.
That being said, I think I have an understanding of what the machinations behind the court may be occurring. It
Oh.
seems to me that the Mantis have an aim to engage in what are the Otomo called, Ori? The matchmakers?
Matchmakers, yeah.
There's a term for it. I can't remember what the term
don't-
is, but
I don't remember what it is, but matchmaker works.
I will use
Yenta?
the equivalent term, but I will say the Mantis may be attempting to play matchmaker at the court in order to gain further favor and perhaps even gather enough influence to claim Great Clan status or some other lofty ambition, which I would not put past the minds of the Mantis.
Oh, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
At the same time, I have uncovered that the intention of the Crane is to do the same. Woo the young prince and marry off a member of their family to him, for obvious reasons. The Crane often are the clan chosen to marry into the imperial families. It is tradition after all, and the Crane's offering seems to be Yoji Chioe.
Rumiko says, I have heard rumblings that Lord Otomo Sarai is meeting with various matchmakers on behalf of the Crown Prince.
Then my suspicions are confirmed. I believe that there is a plan in place by perhaps multiple clans represented here at Winter Court in order to woo the young prince and attempt to establish an influential hold on the court. If that is the case, tensions could mount if things do not go the way that each clan is expecting. But that still begs the question, why were the Mantis invited in order to achieve such an end in the first place?
Rumiko says maybe that's not as important as what's happening right now.
That is fair. I have not been particularly interested by the how of the Mantis's arrival, but rather their aim. And if their aim is so ambitious, well, I am not certain whether I should continue to encourage their ambition or simply let them sink or swim on their own.
I don't know what you're... Okami Rumiko says, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I have no stake in this outcome.
And she seems a little indignant that you said what you said there, Tarek.
I will actually lay my hand and say, I'm sorry, Ikoma-san. I did not wish to mince words or be offensive. I am simply stating that I have a vested interest in seeing the Mantis grow. And if that is the case, I am not certain if I should continue to seed those or provide fuel for the embers to reignite, or if I should allow them to continue their plot unabated.
Well, I have a differing of opinion, but that is not for me to say here right now at this party. Perhaps we can discuss this more after the party.
Certainly. I look forward to spending time with you again after this certain. So, if we are going to continue to be involved with this investigation between the Mantis and the Crane, I assume that we would need to gather more information, perhaps from the Imperial families or the Crane directly, though I have been informed that Ikeda Shisui seeks... Let us just say that she does not seem to be quite as impressed by my capabilities as I would have hoped.
What, she didn't think your win was worthy?
Apparently she has taken great offense to the fact that I managed to secure a top placement. Of that, I will say no more. But I expect that she will come find me in the coming days.
I know she has a rivalry with you, but I'm surprised that she took offense to it.
Well, let us just say that I am not so surprised.
Well, hopefully it'll work out between the both of you.
Why don't you just kiss and get it over with, damn it?
Well, perhaps if my head is not separated from my body in the coming days, I will consider it a grand success.
Oh.
I'll drink to that.
Matt, you might want to, since everybody's discussing where they're going in the investigation, you have a piece of information I gave you earlier?
Yes. Also, Inoue-san, like, considering the invitation, the Mantis, like, a Mantis ship should be arriving in 2 days with the invitation that was sent to them. So it might be prudent to, perhaps investigate. I'll be going over there myself to be picking up some inventory for the Dragon Clan.
Oh,
If we can,
I have an
if we can-
idea.
What would it be,
I
Nozomi?
know you and Otomo-san have gotten closer, and you
Yeah.
may be seeing him again. If
If he
you
allows.
could take a good look at his handwriting, perhaps you could compare it to the invitation.
Quite.
if I could get my hands on the invitation, I can certainly judge whether or not the handwriting is unique.
Well, as far as I can tell, we're no strangers to the Mantis clan, so I'm pretty sure they would be open to us, like,
I do not know. I am not so certain that they would be openly willing to part with their invitation.
but
At
maybe-
least without
no,
question.
but we could certainly find reason to tour the ship.
Perhaps.
Well, it gives us quite the advantage if Togashi is indeed picking up some merchandise from the Mantis.
When are you going to do that?
Exactly.
It would be in 2 days.
Then I will join you.
All right. Thank you.
Because I'm not so ingratiated with the Mantis as much as the rest of you. I'm more.
Indeed. And if things get heated, I am an Emerald Magistrate and can at least provide some measure of authority to smooth things over.
Oh,
Indeed.
what am I saying? All of those open letters to you were from Otomo-san, weren't they?
Quite. And it was our essentially our argument towards Hatsuhina.
I'm not surprised.
Indeed.
I still have no idea who my open letters are from.
When you say that, I look, my eyes widen for a moment, but then go back to form.
Like,
I, like, actually give a little-
like, out of character. I know who they're from, but I'm just like, do I really care?
Yeah, but my almost definitely knows who they're from, and he is taken aback by the fact that Togashi doesn't know. He's like, but wait, what? What? Okay.
There's something that matters, Ikoma-san.
Yeah. Perhaps Togashi-san simply needs to meditate on matters, and the answer will find its way to him.
Perhaps.
Yes.
Anyway, I simply wish to explore the information that we have gained so far. I do not wish to detract from anyone's enjoyment of the festivities.
Yes. I mean, I know I have to end up contacting my master because Satoshi did not exactly. He wanted to speak to, I guess, my master instead of myself. That's what I got from him anyway. So
Well, he is of high station. Perhaps he is more accustomed to speaking with those who are more naturally inclined to such lofty heights.
I'm sure.
Either way, we should not allow our absence from the festivities to draw eyes of those that we do not wish prying.
Oh,
Of course.
Stuck in there?
Perhaps it would be best that we
No.
continue our
I
festivities
didn't
as though
realize she had left.
we were simply enjoying ourselves at a party thrown.
I agree.
We can always. I do not believe that we have much demand on ourselves tomorrow. Perhaps we should reconvene and continue our investigations then.
Agreed.
Okay.
All right.
I guess that's the end of this little meeting.
I
Yeah.
would assume so.
Break.
Okay. We're gonna get to Shiba Inoue and
Otomo.
the Otomo in 1 second. As everybody leaves, Rumiko kind of waves Kage over.
I'll walk up.
She says, "What are you doing? This is the perfect time to challenge the crane."
I have been attempting to do such.
Where do you think the crane get a lot of their gold from? The ocean,
The ocean.
Indeed.
trade, the sea.
Yes. And the mantis could be used as a counterweight to such ends.
If they get a little more power, it takes it away from the Crane clan.
Oh.
I agree.
Then why are you letting this go? Then why are you letting the mantis go on their own merit? Did you not want to tell your friends what's really going on?
I just smile wide.
Oh,
Perhaps it is best that they do not know the full extent of my intention. I have no love lost for the crane, and I seek to ensure that their stature might slip a bit during this winter court. But I cannot overplay my hands before all of my plan has come to fruition.
well then. You seem to have your heart set on getting this invitation.
Perhaps we should discuss that more tonight over sake at the embassy.
I would like to offer my services overlooking the calligraphy, like you said, like your friend Hida Nozomi suggested.
Well, you are a Como bard and have expertise in the area, so I'm sure that I can provide an air of authority on the matter and ensure that you are a part of the investigation.
Okay. This might be a little dicey, so I just want to make sure that you're okay, Kage-san.
I think with both of our heads put toward the similar goals, that we will come out of it no worse the wear.
Very well. Well, there's a party to go to. Let's get to it.
Indeed, let us enjoy ourselves.
So, we're gonna do the final scene with Inoue and Koryusai. So, what do you do? How do you approach him?
With a drink in hand. Actually, 2 drinks in hand. From
That's a good idea.
I mean, one for each of you, yeah.
yeah.
No,
He's
both
sit-
for me. I'm sure he can get his own
He's
sake.
sitting down at a table, kind of sulking, and
Otomo-san.
Shiba-san.
Hello. I hand over a shot of sake to him.
Oh, thank you. Please sit.
Yes. I'm sorry that seemed very tense conversation.
I don't know what you mean.
If I can be frank, your hands were shaking.
Puts down his sake cup. He straightens up. I'm ashamed that you saw that.
No, please. It's all right. I understand
Your
a
boss
bit of
is
the
a dick.
situation. And I honestly I would like to talk with you about this situation. Perhaps we obviously got off on the wrong foot, and I don't want there to be any more tension. It was not my intention to approach the conversation as if it was an attack on you. That was not my intention at all. I honestly just wished to get to know yourself as well as Satoshi a bit better. But if I can be candid with you, I kind of take out the fantasy. It seems to me that he took a little bit more pleasure out of being a bit harsh on you, and I don't like to see that personally.
Satoshi can be cruel, especially when he's drunk.
So you say it's the drink that has him acting that way, or does he act that way outside? If you don't feel comfortable speaking about it here, we can. I would love to actually talk a little bit more freely if you're available.
What do you have in mind?
A friend of mine actually talked to me about this fantastic geisha house.
You want to go down to the castle town?
I'm sorry?
I'm not supposed to.
We can go and cover. We don't have to make ourselves known.
Well, from what I hear, you're not very good at that.
To be fair, it was my error in bringing the loudest person to a party.
Well, as long as there's no one in other surprise guests.
It would just be us two, and to be fair, if whatever's safest for you, I want to make sure that not only are you safe in particular, but me as well, because rumors, as I'm learning here in Winter Court, rumors are abound. And I would like to squash them before they happen. So I would love to talk over sake and ease our troubles in any way possible, especially given our current circumstance.
Why not? I'll see you tomorrow night. How's that sound?
That sounds fantastic.
Well, I guess I'll go turn in early. My head hurts.
I understand.
It's the hangover kicking in while he's still drunk.
Thank you for the drinks.
Of course.
I will see you tomorrow. And he kind
Have a
of
pleasant night.
gets up, kind of wobbles a little from getting up,
Yes.
kind of saunters his way out of the party.
Right.
The party kind of is dying down. A lot of people are either getting too drunk to hang, or, it's just getting tiresome. And everybody, especially after the Emperor leaves, people just kind of...
Like, we're not here. He's not here anymore.
So, yeah, we'll end the night. And we'll end this game session here.
Good timing.
Yeah, I think
Fantastic.
so.
Yeah, I have to say, today's session went buttery smooth when it came to, conversations and character interactions, more so than before.
Well,
Janky at best.
the beginning conversation was a little slow going. I mean, Josh had no idea where he was going.
This is just me on my normal days.
So what we're gonna do is give everybody 2 XP.
Yeah.
And I also want to let you, Corey, know that I have a plan to go speak with Tomoyo Kitsuki tomorrow about bringing up negotiations between the Crane and Scorpion about the silk. But that'll be for next game.
Okay, we'll make a note of that. You can say that as your 30-second recap for next.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we have a free day tomorrow, so we should all be able to get some legwork in.
Yes, in game, day 6 is a downtime day where you can do whatever you need to do. Other than that, there's no glory or honor or status changes, I don't think. That is, I think that's it. Y'all had a really great game today. This one day has lasted 3 game sessions. Just so you
That is
know.
true.
It's been a long one.
It's been an eventful day.
It's been a very eventful day.
Pack filled with intrigue and nerves and.
It's been a roller
Oh, you know what?
coaster.
Like,
And a setup for what might be a very anticlimactic duel between me and a crane soon.
oh, like it would be awesome if you won that. It's like, yes, let's see it.
I don't know that I have the skill necessary to take on a trained Kakita, but
Minus one eye.
give it a shot. Yeah,
The Topaz champion.
exactly.
so,
All
if you
of our
watch
asses in the duel.
if you watched this video all the way through, you obviously liked it, so hit the like button. If you want to be here for the next game on time, hit the bell, especially if you're watching this as a recorded thing. Definitely hit the bell so you can join us live. I want to thank the people in my comments, Garrick and Juvie. Thanks for watching, as always, guys. We love you. Join our Patreon if you have a care for that. If you can afford it. I know these are trying times with the taint of Fu Ling, the Shadowlands taint going around, and we want to make sure everybody's safe and yeah. That's
Make
a
sure
thing.
to scrub as hard as you can.
So other than that, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye,
everybody.
everybody.